Children across New Orleans are suffering. They've witnessed death in their neighborhoods and lost relatives and friends to homicide. They and their families are dealing with the after effects of violence with little or no help. In The Children of Central City, the Times-Picayune NOLA.com documents the effects of violence on the 9 and 10-year-olds on the A.L. Davis Park Panthers football team. Their stories should inspire New Orleanians and our leaders to take action. Here's what the city should do. Mayor LaToya Cantrell's Office of Youth and Families should bring educators, mental health providers, recreation leaders, and others together to develop a citywide strategy for dealing with the trauma of violence. They should figure out how much money it would take to provide counseling to every child who needs it, and for more schools to adopt trauma-informed methods. The state-run Metropolitan Human Services District and the nonprofit Children's Bureau of New Orleans provide therapy now, and could serve more children with better funding. The city has a tight budget, but Mayor Cantrell and the City Council ought to make mental health services, particularly for children dealing with trauma, a priority. Here's what the legislature should do. The state, through Medicaid, provides mental health treatment to children and adults, but Louisiana has never funded these services well and has been going in the wrong direction, making cuts to the budget. The state now has one of the highest rates of mental illness in the nation and one of the lowest rates of access to care, according to Mental Health America's 2015 report. That must change. Lawmakers must put funding back in the budget for mental health services for children. Here's what the school board should do. 11 New Orleans schools are working to change their entire approach to learning and discipline to reduce the effects of trauma on their students. There are many more public schools in the city whose students could benefit from that kind of trauma-informed approach. But since every charter school controls its own structure, it's not simple to add more schools. The Orleans Parish School Board and Superintendent Henderson Lewis should encourage more schools to embrace trauma-informed methods and make it easy for schools to share these techniques. They, the state, and the city should look for more funding for trauma-based programs. Now, here's what you can do. First, you can contact the elected officials who represent you and let them know mental health services are a priority. You can become a mentor, coach, or volunteer at a school or city park. You can donate to the Children's Bureau, the Nord Foundation, the Youth Empowerment Project, Ashe Cultural Arts Center, Son of a Saint, Project Fleur de Lis, or another program helping children and families. Do whatever you can. As District B City Council member Jay Banks said, "They're all our children, and what affects them affects us."